Hey everybody, it's Scott Williams, the Treasure Coast Picker. It's been a while since I've done any videos, so I am starting off the new year with a new haul video, and let's just jump right into it really quick. Thomas Dean, brand I like to sell a lot, Thomas Dean. This is a great print shirt, green and blue squares. This one was $4.39. Another nice shirt, Goodwill. Peter Millar. You can see that there, Peter Millar. And it is from the Baltusrol golf course here in New Jersey. Very soft cotton, good condition, large size shirt. And this one was $2.49 for that. This shirt I've listed and it's already sold. It is a Patagonia. And you can see that Patagonia, it is polyester and organic cotton. It's kind of a, I don't know, seersucker feel to it. And I sold it for $19. It cost me $2.49, and it's already sold. So that'll be going out in the mail tomorrow. Love this brand, Fashionable. Fashionable. This is a large, and it is a very soft blue-green plaid shirt. And I'm not sure what that cost me. Blue plaid, $5. Ermenegildo Zegna. Great brand, made in Italy. Cotton, 100% cotton shirt, long sleeve. Very fine, I guess, beige print. And that one cost me $4.99. I can't see my screen. Another Thomas Dean here. This one is got a little more elaborate than the first one. It is a size large. It's got the nice contrasting collar. It also has the contrasting cuffs. And it's kind of a silky feel to it, but it is cotton. And don't know what we pay for that. No, yeah, geometric shirt, $4.49. Here's a great brand. These are hard to find. Etro Milano. These are made in Italy. And the last Milano I had, Etro Milano I sold, I think in December or November, and I got $55 for it. So this shirt, which only cost me $3.99, we're going to shoot high for this one. You know, at least 50. Here's a vintage Hawaiian shirt from Pride of Hawaii. Now, I thought it was going to be better than it is. It cost me $5. I might get 20 out of it. But here's a really cool one from Liberty House. I've never seen a corduroy Hawaiian shirt, because do you really need corduroy in Hawaii? I don't know. But look at the pattern on this thing. The reason I bought it is because of the pattern. And it's a medium size, measures out to a medium. But I think we'll do well with this one because I paid $5 for it. And the pattern is just awesome. It may sit a while. The Hawaiian shirts do tend to sit longer, especially in the wintertime. FootJoy. I always love selling these FootJoys. This is the FootJoy Athletic Fit, right? Athletic Fit. I do not see a size off the top of my head here. Well, I wouldn't have the size on my head. But anyway, it's got the nice FJ logo on back, and it's a really good size red dry fit type shirt, golf shirt. And that FootJoy was, did I just stick my tongue out? I don't know how much that was. $2.54 for that. Jane, how do you spell it? Jane Barnes. I have done well with these as well because they have interesting patterns. This is kind of green. Well, it's green and brown. At first I thought it was pretzels, but it's obviously like chain link something or other. And this one was in somewhere down in the Atlantic City area. $3.39 because I'm shopping on Senior Day, so you get 15% off. And I'm a senior. Here's a brand that Charvet 28 Place Vendôme or something like that. And I've had ties with this brand. I had 2 ties with this brand, and the ties sold for like one for 50 and one for 70. And of course they were silk. This is cotton. But I imagine the shirt being of the same quality as the ties will do pretty well. So I'll have to do some research on that brand. But I know it's a quality brand from France. Here's a fun shirt. This one probably won't sit as long because it's Disney, and Disney stuff flies when you list it. And it's a Hawaiian style shirt with, I think we see Mickey Mouse surfing and a little tiki man there. And there's Minnie and Mickey here somewhere in grass skirts and Donald Duck. Great shirt. It's a large, although it's probably shrunk because it is cotton. And this guy was, how much was this guy? This guy was, don't know. We should just not pay attention to the prices. These shirts are all listed already. This is Charles DeWitt. And beautiful plaid shirt. What did we pay for Charles DeWitt? We paid $5. It's called the Poplin Weave shirt. Not a nice. I do well with dress shirts. I sell a lot of dress shirts and casual shirts. Fashionable again. Large red, white, and blue plaid. Very patriotic. That was $5. This shirt I paid a bit more for. Whenever I see Vineyard Vines, I jump on it. This was $10. It wasn't on sale, even though it wasn't on half price. But I took a chance and bought it anyway. Red and green, a little late for Christmas, but it's got a nice red and green plaid pattern, and it's called the whale shirt because there's the whale right there. And this was $10, and these sell new for like $90. So I think we can probably get 30 out of it. Here's a brand I've never sold before. It's called English Laundry, and the only reason I grabbed this is because it's kind of interesting looking, and it's got new. It still has its new. It's new with tags. I don't know what the original price of these things are. It's got the black contrasting inner collar, and it's got the black and pink polka dot. You can see in there, flip cuff, and some embroidery stuff going on the back. It's a nice shirt. I have no idea what it sells for, but it cost me $6.50. So I'm gonna try at least triple that. Tommy Bahama. This is all silk. It's a medium, not a great size, but it's a great looking shirt. And this baby cost us $5. I say us, me. Well, my wife too, but you know. I saw the Chicago Fire. I thought it was the TV show. Actually, it turned out to be a Major League Soccer team. And this is an Adidas Climacool 2X size shirt. These was $5, right? Yes, $5. And it almost looks brand new. I can't find any. There's nothing wrong with this, but there's no tags on it, so it's got to be listed as used. Hopefully, there's people in Chicago. I hope that Chicago. I don't follow soccer, so you know maybe they'll have a good season. I don't know. Here's another one. This one does not have the MLS arm patch on it, but it is the Chicago Fire, and it is an Adidas. This one's a polo shirt, but it still has the same. Here's the Fire. Still has the same, or does it? Yeah, Climacool. It says right there in the collar, Climacool, which is like the Nike Dry Fit. You know, absorbs sweat. That was $5. Here's a mistake. It wasn't a mistake when I bought it because it's Pendleton and it's 100% wool, and it's you always jump on that and it says, you know, what does it say? Western shirt, something about Western wear. The bad news is when you look at wool, you got to hold it up to the light because when you hold it up to the light, you'll see the moth holes. And this one had one back here. And somewhere, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's got a moth hole, trust me. And right there. And I did a quick look up, and people do sell these shirts with the imperfections in them, with the moth holes. So I bought it for actually $2.50, which is cheap. And now I know why, because I got home, I found more holes in it. So I listed it. We'll do best offer, see what happens. Here's a little out of my comfort zone. These are Wagner ski pants. I saw them there. They were half off. I got them for $4.50. Size 10. You know, there's no rips, holes, or anything. Maybe they were used by someone who didn't like skiing and gave them up. I paid $4.50. We'll try it. I've never tried ski pants, so we'll see where that goes. Did I do the hat? No, I didn't do the hat. This is a corduroy Chicago Blackhawks cap, and it's never been used. And it's vintage from the I think 2004. Maybe it's 10 years old. Because I did a little looked up, and the logo well, last time they used this logo was 2004. So this was $4 at an estate sale. And speaking of estate sales, I'm being distracted by my computer because it keeps going up. I found these magazines called 1,000 Jokes. I paid $2 a piece at an estate sale, and they're from like 1955, and each has, it's full of jokes and cartoons and an article. This one's George Gobel. This one is Jack Parr from, I guess, The Tonight Show, way back in the 50s. Sid Caesar. They're all in pretty good condition. Sid Caesar. I did a quick look up on these. This is Ernie Kovacs. Hopefully people out there are old enough to remember these people. I know I am because I was born in '49. And Mr. Peepers, which seems to be the better of the bunch, because Mr. Peepers is really an obscure TV character from the 50s. I don't even remember his real name. So we'll see what those do. Back to some clothing. Here's a really, really nice Thomas Dean shirt. I went to a place here in Jersey that's kind of more of a boutique place, much higher end stuff. And this Thomas Dean is really, really, it's cotton, but it looks like satin. It's got a really nice shine to it. It's a double X, 2X extra XL. It's got the great contrasting collar with the same flip cuff and kind of a dark purple and red and taupe, whatever you call it. So this should do well. We were in for this for $12 because this is a higher end store. Here's another nice brand. This is an all silk Nat Nast. I can get it up there. Nat Nast Originals 100% silk paisley shirt in I think it's black or dark blue. I can't really tell. I'm going to call it black. And this is a size XL. And this was $8. And I think Nast sits a while because people don't jump on the brand, but it is really good stuff, really good quality shirt. So it's a nice heavy silk too. For Robert Graham, this is a little conservative, but there's a nice, the embroidered inside. This is a Robert Graham shirt. I paid a lot of money for this one. Paid $14, but we're going to ask $50 for it because it is a 2XL. It's in beautiful condition. Again, it's pretty conservative for Robert Graham. That's the contrasting flip cuff pattern and collar pattern. But, I get Robert Graham whenever I get. I actually passed one up because the other shirt they had that was saying 2X was almost a plain blue with a little tiny pattern in it. It wasn't as exciting. This is just odd. These are Orbis pants, and sometimes you got to pick up the goofy stuff because Orbis in their corduroy, and they have these pheasants embroidered all over it. Corduroy, green corduroy with these pheasants all over it. Size 36. I thought, for $8, take a shot, see what happens. And I looked at some of the embroidered Orbis stuff, and it does very well. So maybe this one is so odd after all. Then, the pile is falling down. This was on the shelf. This is a Coogee, Australia. You can see that, Coogee, Australia. And it is a really cool sweater. It's a not my size. It's a medium size. But it's very, very heavy. And it's got this kind of three-dimensional, you can see it there, these three-dimensional fabrics sewn onto the outside of the sweater. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to describe that. But this was only $7. So even though sometimes you go to the high-end stores, you can find stuff that's reasonable. Prices are all over the lot on these things. Apparently the ones that are mercerized cotton sell for more, but this was called new wool, so I don't know what that means. But it's wool, and it doesn't have any holes in it. So we're going to shoot, maybe get $100 for this one. Let's look at the baseball gloves. I'm buying a lot of baseball gloves, and here's two that, when you buy gloves, look for the ones that don't have any wear on them. These are almost, the gloves get thrown around. These patches are the first thing to get worn out. And this glove costs me $350. It's a large Rawlings Century 2 model, and it is Fits on the right hand for a left-handed thrower like myself. And it is in excellent condition. No handwriting on it. No one's written their scroll their name across it. You don't want gloves with names written all over them, unless it's very tiny on the inside or something like that. But if you can find good quality gloves like Rolling, and big ones, not the child gloves, you know, and they don't have to say, you know, a player inside. These modern gloves do sell. I paid actually $3.50 for this. Probably can get $25 for it because it's virtually brand new. You can even see the inside. You can still see the, if I can get that into the light. Well, you can't. Trust me, there's writing in there. That well, you can see the inside's pretty good. Okay, and another one I bought. Now maybe it's odd to face another one. It's just, again, patches are just pristine. This glove has a little bit of wear in the packet, and it's got a little more wear on the inside from the hand going in, I guess, from a sweaty palm, but it doesn't look like it's ever seen any action. Again, this was about $4, and when this glove was new, it was like a $100 glove. So you can probably ask $25 or $30 for these gloves. So keep an eye out for unused or lightly used baseball gloves with a good brand name like Rawlings. You know, you don't want to get Sure Play or stuff like that, because you want to get a Rawlings or a Wilson. Keep your eye out for good ones like this. Okay. Well, lift this up here. I grabbed this. This was $15 at a church thrift store. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about music. Let me adjust this camera here if I can. No, I can't. It's called the Auto Harp by Oscar Schmidt. And apparently Oscar Schmidt is the name in auto harps. I know nothing about it. You play it by fingering the strings, and there's 36 strings, so you really got to know your music. And then down here, there's another 12 chords, or 15 chords. And you hold, I don't know how you do this. You finger the chords and do the strings. I've seen some videos on YouTube, and people who know how to play these things can really make some great music. I was told maybe $150 for this. And it came with the with an instruction book and an owner's manual in here. So for $15, I took a chance on that. Hope to turn it into $150. Finally, this is the thrift find of the year, even though it's only January. At the same estate sale where I bought the joke books, I found this apron. And if you can see here on the middle of the apron, it says Duffy's Tavern, 9 p.m. Wednesdays on NBC. So I assumed it was a TV show. It actually was a radio show. And what I've learned in the last 36 hours of staying up and typing, you know, on the internet, is that the proprietor, the guy Ed Gardner, whose show it was, he was the host of the show. He played the bartender Archie, and he would wear an apron even though it was radio. He would wear the apron when he did the show, and he would have guests every week. The show ran for 10 years. He would have guests almost every week, and he would have the guests sign the apron. And I know that the original apron sold back in 1966 after he passed away. His wife sold it at like Sotheby's or something like that for like $15,000. It recently sold, in 1993 it sold again, but it was only $8,000. This is a facsimile that NBC made up, and this would have been made up around 1946, 1947, based on the fact that it was on Wednesdays. They moved from CBS to NBC, and their facsimile signatures, these are actually the copies of the signatures, and you can see pictures of him wearing this exact same apron without the NBC stuff on it. And it's got, you know, it's a who's who of 1940s entertainment. It's Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Bob Hope, Shirley Booth, Susan Hayward. It just goes on. And Cary Grant. Up here you got Gary Cooper and Edward G. Robinson right below him. It's just, it's fantastic. Even though it is a replica, there's probably, my guess is probably less than 10 of these in existence, because it's 60 years ago. And so the old-time radio buffs will probably love this. I'm doing some research to find out if it has potential on eBay, or if it should go to a private auction house like a Christie's or something or like that, or, you know, Hicks Collectibles or something like that, because I'm betting this is probably a very rare item. I paid $5. Lady said to me, "Are those signatures real?" And I had to check out, and I said, "No, they're if they were real, they'd have faded over 40 years." So she said, "Okay, $5." And so there you go. I think this is going to be a real home run. That's it. I hope you like what you saw. It's good to be back doing videos, and I will see you again soon. Thank you.